Todd Howard has lost
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome
respect
to
and
Bethesda Game Studios.
good faith that
we've
people
been
had
so
in
lucky
himself.
over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream
Don't
up
believe his
the
lies,
space
chat.
game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield.
I saw you know in Todd we trust. Don't believe his lies. He immediately started the conversation by showing you feelings of nostalgia as to why you're supposed to trust him. Like, look, Fallout. Look. Look at that. Look at how good that was. Look at how good that made you feel. Think about how good these games make you feel when you were younger and you really enjoyed them.
Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the...
It cut out before 76. Yo, I was just kidding, but dude. No, literally, dude, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing that I just said he's doing.
Obviously, we've...
Look. Dude. Dude.
a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology.
It literally cuts off right as you can see it. Like, it flashes it a little bit.
And all of us here in the studio, we've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
You'll be a believer by the end. I already want to believe. I don't give a
Starfield
shit.
is our first new universe.
Bro, listen to me. I'm such a fucking slut for anything, any kind of new IP. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a fuck if he's the biggest liar. I'm still gonna buy it. I'm still gonna play it, and maybe I'll be disappointed, but I'm not gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna love it, okay?
In over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually...
No. Already, like, my immediate reaction to it is that these worlds look like they're too vast, and then they will most likely be barren and desolate. And also on top of that, like, I can't see this being, like, I can see this being like massive, empty, desolate landscapes that you fucking tumble across for hours on end.
there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Okay, this looks sick. I was wrong. I was wrong. This looks fucking sick. This looks sick. This looks sick as fuck. Okay, this looks kind of cool.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up.
Maybe
and
I'm
you
wrong.
can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Okay, I don't know why you're...
Our mission was to convey the wonder.
I don't know why you're padding the stats there by saying the robot can say your name. You know, okay, sick, man. Like what do they add, like an AI TTS to the robot or something?
And majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi,
I like
where
that.
everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
I love
Alrighty.
that.
What's the plan, Captain?
That's
This
fire.
is your star map. It
2001:
starts
A
with the
Space
planet
Odyssey
you're currently
shit.
on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast
I do
travel
love
to
that.
known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy.
Todd Howard
Zoom
never
out even
misses
further
except for
to
when he
see
does.
all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
It feels like they looked at No Man's Sky and were like, let's make that like an actual game from the jump. With like a story.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Oh my god. The frames are
As
dropping.
soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest
I'm not
city
I'm not gonna be the fucking PC Andy be like 4 frames per second, lol. Don't do it. I'm not doing it. It's fine. This is new. This is fine. It's okay.
remain, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main
That looks
focus
sick.
when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story.
I'm such a slut for like future dystopia. They get like human development shit. I love infrastructure, and I love infrastructure in the fucking future.
We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
I love
This
cities.
is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my
Shung
God.
guy.
Look at how it's coming together. That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful business.
Am I crazier, or are they... I can't even tell if this is mocap or not, and I don't know if this is an artistic decision, but the characters do seem kind of not as well defined, like the way that they look. They look a little odd.
Businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes.
Will you play it? Yes, I will. It comes across kind of robotic, and I don't know if this is like an artistic decision or if it's just like...
As long as you have the money.
To be fair, I do prefer this to like the same Unreal Engine shit that we see over and over again. So
Also Vlad, the ex-pirate. Sam Coe, the former space cowboy. And Barrett.
You know what I hate about
and
these
they look
pirates?
very cool when they're in their
Completely
gear.
resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach,
I need one of those
you
for
might find
Caiaphas.
yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems.
Is Sidonia from Muse?
This is Freestar Collective Space.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go.
Capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I mean, I love space libertarianism, shit like that. But dude, the fucking character design is just like frustrating me. I'm like, come on, man. It's been 25 years, brother. Build a new engine or something. You know what I mean?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore.
I'm still gonna play
but
the
these
shit out of it,
areas are
don't get me
also home to
wrong.
the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great
serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
When we watched a video about this, it seemed like it was very, like, the boss in that video seemed very, like, bullet spongy, and it kind of, like, looked shitty. This, well, we haven't really seen what it looks like to do combat with a big boss so far, but it does seem a lot cooler when you get to see the world, which is awesome. That is, like, I'm a big slut for world building, as you guys know, so I'm stoked on what I've seen.
This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
I don't really
One of the
believe
biggest
that.
overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching out that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Snap out of it.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation.
I start off as a guy with amnesia in a spaceship. Fuck yeah. KOTOR, baby.
Journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings, it's a lot. But I think it's the most fun to use.
It's pretty funny that they got the guy with like a crazy piercing to mention that. That's deliberate.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with three basic skills.
Look at the amount of backgrounds.
From
That's
chef
overwhelming.
to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
Bro, they put fucking parasocial stream snipers in a fucking game.
My favorite
Stop.
trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage
He's from
buff when your health is
Oblivion,
low,
the arena
but
fan. I
mercenaries will
remember he was
randomly
like
show up
way
and
skinnier,
try to kill
no?
you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What of you? It's
He's
a
like an elf.
feast for the eyes. Off we go to another
Yeah, I remember him.
adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
They killed him? Wait, what?
Feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
That's fucked up. Better than Star Citizen? Yeah, it's better than Star Citizen because it doesn't, one is slated to exist, the other one is never going to.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put
Oh, come on, homie. Why are you wearing a fucking golf visor indoors? What is happening there?
them together to create
That's a
an
wild
all-new skill
design
system.
decision for yourself.
Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
That's my least favorite part. Creeping in
Whenever
the vents.
possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
I do love
Fine,
that.
I'll issue you an access.
I don't know why I've always been a slut for persuasion characters. Like since Mass Effect 1, I would say. Like having
I'm more
persuasion
of a run and gun
points.
player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
I like the gun doesn't even look like a gun.
Up.
Yeah. When I play video games, I like to play
Exploration
a barbarian or like a warrior type with max level charisma.
There are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
The himbo
Our
build,
team
yes.
works hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We study data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Again, you're saying studied NASA copied Star Citizen, but one is not a game and the other one is.
Out there.
The only game Star Citizen plays is with your hearts.
It's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or
And
the
a wallet.
vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
And I say this as someone who's talked about Freelancer like multiple times. One of my favorite games, like one of the first ever games that I played where I was like, wow, video games are insane.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship.
Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Playing Freelancer when it first came out on my fucking
and it
PC.
all starts in spaceports.
And experiencing like immersive.
Every spaceport has a ship
gigantic
technician
galaxies.
where you can purchase, sell, and
sick.
modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have 2 ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette.
This looks fucking awesome.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship.
I feel like they took all of the goats of space travel and then put it into one game. I don't know how it's going to work out, but if like it seems like they literally took some of the best aspects of every like big space exploration game that has come out in like the past couple of years and tied it into one game. Like that's why you keep saying, "Oh, it's like Outer Worlds or No Man's Sky or even Freelancer," kind of like it just feels it's going to be buggy. For the record, it's going to be fucking buggy. Obviously it's going to be buggy. It's a Bethesda game. I mean, that's part of it. That's going to happen. But you know, it's still going to be sick, it seems. I don't know. We'll see.
Ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship.
This game
From
will not
living
be
quarters
playable
to cargo
like
holds,
it'll come with a day one
mess
patch
halls,
and it will still
and
not be
control
playable.
rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
Bro, this is like Zelda.
And while you can build your
It's like
home
Zelda
among
building.
the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact.
Is there going to be any kind of like From Software style or Diablo style like multiplayer feature in this game, or is it all single player? Because I feel like the only way to take like this massive expansive universe and make it replayable would be if there was some level of like, I mean, all single player, fine. I love single player games. But this literally looks like too expansive for it to not feature some kind of like multiplayer option in it. No, but there will be a mod for it. I mean, it just seems, I don't know.
Or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines.
Like co-op.
Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved.
Before people say, remember Fallout 76? I don't, because I never played it. I actually never played it. And just because that fucking failed doesn't mean that like the principle behind putting a co-op or the idea behind putting a co-op in that game doesn't make sense. I think it does. Also, we did watch the Internet Historian Fallout 76 video.
Anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Can you fuck alien pussy or not, man?
You'll
what is this
also meet
romance
potential
shit?
crew
I want to
members
know.
out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on
I don't
your
care
ship?
about fucking humans, okay? Let's be real. Are there humanoid aliens? Number 1. 2, how do we fuck them? Okay?
I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Like, everybody's throwing up Hasan shit, but, like, let's be real. Every single one of you on day 1 is like, well, let's see what kind of mods there are out there. I'm just looking. I mean, I'm not really that interested, but, like, it wouldn't hurt to find out. You know what I mean? Don't act like I'm not asking the questions you all want answers to, okay? I speak for all of us when I say I would like to know if you have humanoid aliens in this fucking game, and can you fuck them?
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Why humanoid? I don't know, because I don't want to fuck a jellyfish. Like, I don't know. That's why humanoid aliens is what I specified. Maybe you do.
And now, let's take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Zap the motherfucker. Okay, that looks
Unlocking
fire.
your targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
This game doesn't look like it would be good. You're wrong. It does look very good. It looks very, very good, in my opinion. The only thing you can say is maybe it's like it's doing too much at the same time.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
That's crazy.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
That looks
Add to your fleet
incredible.
and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
I can't get over how fucking insane and next gen this game is, with like literally characters, with character animations and character walking sequences that is literally 3 generations old. It like, I want to avoid seeing that. I want to avoid talking about it, but it's ridiculously clunky. Look at this. Like, look at that. Look at the fucking, look at her. Look at her.
UC Vigilance.
Look. What is this, man? What is going on?
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game.
You know, there's gonna be fucking spaceships out there that are ghost ships that have like had every single person in it die mysteriously, and you're gonna be trying to like figure out what happened, and then there's gonna be like some kind of zombie ass fucking disease on the ship.
Through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder.
I think there are aliens, but like not.
Fear.
But they're like animals.
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
And I think the entire purpose of the game is like to try to figure out if there is like humanoid aliens out there, right? Isn't it what it is?
Hey everybody, we were showing you so much
like,
stuff.
We've seen fucking aliens that look like animals. You know what I mean? Short break. Starfield Chrono Mark watch. What the fuck?
Well, we thought we'd just take a little break tail into our collector's editions.
Okay. Don't sell me more, okay?
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explores. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Yes, I would not fuck an octopussy. Please stop asking me if I would fuck an octopussy. Only humanoid alien pussy, okay? It's ridiculous. I am terrified of octopus and octopi and octopussy that comes along with it. L take? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I am an L taker, okay? I'm an L taker and L giver. But you know what I'm not giving? The D to an octopus.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply...
Bro, everything they keep showing about exploration signals desolate wasteland with 3 caves. Like, it's hard. I don't know how the fuck they're going to pull this off. What is this game going to be, like 700 gigs? Like, how are they going to pull off random universes with like multiple different, like Mass Effect, exactly. There's no, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
Chat be like, interesting. Definitely want to fuck that. You guys are gross.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Things to be generated in a random but actually deterministic algorithm like a PRNG, a pseudo-random number generator. This means that you could store minimal starting information and be able to compute what each world should contain without having to actually ship the bits to everyone who wants to play. So like what? Like randomized dungeon crawling like in Diablo 2? Is that what you mean? Except this time it's an entire planet. I don't know. Oh, Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. Roguelike planets. I don't know. I don't know how they could do. There are parts that are made, but the rest is RNG. I just don't know how the fuck that works. I don't know how that would work within a hyper realistic thing like this, especially when like there's supposed to be like storylines built into it. You know what I mean?
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between.
And how that would not be repetitive. You know what I mean? Because like ultimately, if you do that, it's impossible for it not to be repetitive in such an expansive universe. You know what I mean? There's going to be like, oh, this planet has a tier 3 enemy base, and then a tier 1 enemy base, and like 4 tier 2 enemy bases. You know what I mean? Like, and then you just like mix and match assets and like put different types of villains under different factions, and toss it all around the universe, and then you randomly generate that. In a game like Diablo 2 or in a roguelike, it's not going to be as annoying because oftentimes it's top down, and it's actually the combat that's keeping you entertained regardless, right? Whereas in a game like this, I feel like maybe I'm wrong in this, and maybe you guys will say I'm totally wrong in this, but it's the storyline and the unique stuff that happens that keeps me going in like an Elder Scrolls type game, right? It's never the combat itself. Like the combat is fine, but it's always second place. And it doesn't seem like this has anything unique in terms of combat. It just looks like, Fallout Skyrim combat. So that random generation, it could be fucking great. But, I don't know. I'm still a little worried about it, but hopefully it'll be great. And the storytelling always goes too short unless there's crazy machine learning going on to generate. Yeah. I just don't know how they would be able to randomize it in a way that doesn't seem repetitive. I'm not saying they can't, but if they are able to, like randomly assign the universe, the planets inside of a specific galaxy with like unique sequences and whatnot, then it'll continuously make it replayable. But I don't know. It seems like an exploration game. That's like saying Minecraft needs fun combat. No. Okay, but you can't compare this to Minecraft because Minecraft is not simply an exploration game. There's so much more to Minecraft as far as like building, as far as breaking down, building. Like Minecraft is not an immersive role-playing game.
On-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves.
All I'm saying is I'm worried that it's going to be resource extraction with RNG resource extraction, and like literally hitting the same fucking type of enemies with like a different skin on it. And one is going to be the Berserker clan that you're fighting, and then the other one's going to be the Space Pirate clan that you're fighting. But they have the same combat, same movement, same AI, with like a different skin, and then there's going to be like a tier system for different bases that you can infiltrate, and they will sprinkle that onto like different planets across the board. And Politic Frog opinions muted easy. I'm saying what I'm worried about. Okay, I'm saying what I'm worried about. I'm worried that it will be like that. I don't want it to be like that. I'm just saying that I'm worried that it will be like that. We'll still play this game, okay? I am a slut, okay? I'm a whore.
So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is.
I just don't know how they'll be able to build
really
this
decorate
expansive
and
universe
things
and make
much
it playable.
easier.
You can have predefined locations for story and put them on procedurally generated planets. The repetitiveness part is solved with enough variance. Whether they manage to achieve that is another question. Your concerns are definitely valid. Source, I'm a game dev. That's that. Yeah, you put it way more succinctly than I could have described it. That is my fear. Like, I can't help but feel like this is like a Mass Effect promise. And we've all been hurt before, especially when it comes to space exploration games
and
for some
research
fucking
stations
reason.
in your outposts to utilize
That's
any
why.
resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think it's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero gravity environments pose a different...
How the fuck do you do third world shooter? I guess auto targeting, right? Like, I mean, third person. Fuck, third world shooter.
Challenge.
Aim
Firing a
assist?
ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic
I know there's
arrays.
third-person
Each
shooter.
barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
I should have specified.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
I mean, the first person looks sick. It actually does look sick. And it doesn't feel bullied spongy at all.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here.
I don't want to.
This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it.
Damn, dude. Y'all ride that dick. I mean, I do too, but at least the dick I'm riding is like Hideo Kojima's dick. You know what I mean?
All of them putting something special of themselves into it.
Let's
hear some of their favorite moments.
I ride the best dick, okay? Kojima and Miyazaki. Those are the dicks I ride because they've never actually led me astray. You guys are riding the dick of white men, okay? White men that have lied to you in the past. They've lied to you and they've led you astray and they've hurt your feelings and you're still riding it.
Moments.
Stop saying Death Stranding. Death Stranding was fine.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different.
Like, you can't compare Death Stranding to fucking Fallout 76. You know what I mean? Can you? Do you think it's comparable? Be honest, in your heart of hearts. That's not fair. No, that's like you're comparing. You're saying that Kojima's dick is not rideable or you're comparing it that way. No, but you can compare Metal Gear Solid 5 to Fallout 76. No, you can't. No, absolutely not. Also, that's one is literally like indentured servitude, okay, versus the other guy has like way more leeway with the business decisions on the side. Okay? I see Metal Gear Solid 5 as like Kojima being held at gunpoint to like make a game again. And even then you can't compare it because Metal Gear Solid 5 is still like literally an objectively good game. It's not Metal Gear Solid 3 because you're comparing it to one of the greatest games of all time. I don't agree with that assessment. It was fun, it was playable, it had like fun and cool I'd go so far as to say even like the new world mechanics that they added into it were not bad.
Different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant.
I will never understand photo mode as like a thing that people regularly promote as though this is like the thing. This is the end all be all. It's like top of the hour ad debates being like the main selling point for fucking for the HasanAbi broadcast. You know what I mean? At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Like, and sometimes I debate you. Some of them are good. Some of them are not great. Okay, this one was, above average. But that's not the main reason why you're coming here. Now, of course, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5. You can do that for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite streamer. Hopefully that's me. You can also get gifted a sub, like I said. Los Pipos, thank you for allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on
the ship building and the outpost building looks sick.
Gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't.
It is even a lot of fun in Subnautica.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever
Bring
action,
the guy to say piercings.
rocket launcher.
Brain sprout.
Oh, he said brain sprout. Never mind.
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do.
Brother, look at that movement,
game
dog.
is the freedom to
like, look at this movement, dog. This game is not coming out in 2012. Okay, come on.
Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's Bethesda. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be.
On behalf of all of us, we can't.
It'll be quirky and it'll be good. Okay, maybe it's Copium or maybe it's Bethesda. You know what I mean?
For you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Main engines go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Do you even know what an RPG is?